Hi, this is Jack Quincey, and I thought I'd show some deleted scenes and alternate takes from Abducted. So these first few clips are my first attempt at making the main title sequence. And you can actually hear me listening to Elfman's Mars Attacks soundtrack in the background. And I had a lower quality web camera that I eventually replaced with a higher quality camera. Most of these were done in, I think I started in 2007, 2008. Jordan and I were still in high school, and I remember showing him these clips and saying, this is our next movie. So I was to the side of the camera, dangling the paper mache spaceship on a coat hanger wire. So I started animating Abducted around 2008, and I believe I finished it around 2011. And I'd actually moved about 6 times total during the animation process. So here's a clip of the camera zooming out on Lord Monty saying they're perfect specimens, but I couldn't get the clip of Jack and Jordan lined up with the clay TV screen, so I had to go a different route. Here's a little additional animation of the giant junk can stretching. Here's a shot of Alien Kiosh blowing on his gun after he fires it. Here's a live action shot of Jack and Jordan dangling on a wire from the spaceship. I was gently blowing on them, trying to make it look like they were getting sucked up. This is just an animation of Jack and Jordan looking at each other impatiently while they're getting sucked up into the spaceship. This was filmed on plexiglass. And here's my cat Kiyoshi, who I named the alien after. He's just investigating the set. Had to get a shot of him in there. Now this one's fun because I've completely forgotten about most of these clips until, a few years ago. And I kind of wish I would have left this one in. It's Jack and Jordan during the chase scene at the end where they kind of duck behind this alley and the spaceship passes by. Kind of an eerie moment. Here was another attempt at doing a in-screen shot of a family at home watching Channel 5 news as the spaceship landing, but ultimately I didn't like the way it looked, so I cut it out. Not really a deleted scene, but I just thought this was funny. This is when the cops turn into the skeletons, and you can hear me off screen blowing really hard so they could fall over. This is my first attempt at doing the river sequence. I'd made a ring of saran wrap that I wrapped around the table I was working on and basically animated it going around and around, but was moving a little too quickly for my liking, so I ended up doing a more stationary saran wrap on blue clay. And here are just some silly live action shots that I found of myself trying to puppeteer and handle the spaceship on a piece of coat hanger wire, and it actually proved to be quite difficult because I wanted the spaceship to move as smoothly as possible, but I'm also balancing on a step stool and looking back at the screen and the camera, making sure that my hands or the wire doesn't get in the shot at all, and trying not to shake and just holding it just as still as humanly possible, and a lot of the shots didn't quite make it in the end. And here I was trying to wrap the wire in green paper to do a green screen removal, which I had no idea how to do. But it's so sweet because you can hear my old roommate Ben Dixon in the other room, who helped me a lot with some of the animation, and he's working on his techno music, which he loved, while I'm in my bedroom trying to animate. That just made me laugh. And finally, these are some clips of myself trying to turn the camera. I was trying to make it look like Jack and Jordan were laying on the floor and then turning it, revealing that they were on the wall. The scene was semi-inspired by the American McGee's Alice game in the asylum level, but unfortunately it didn't quite work in the end.